Welcome back to Florida Street Rider, baby. This your one and only Das Beamer. Now, as you already know, I travel the world just so I can have something to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what we're going to talk about today? A lady inboxed me on Snapchat, and she asked me, have I ever been with a woman that was 20 years plus older than me? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And the answer is yes. Multiple times. Did I like it? I loved it. And I'm going to tell you why. First, I'm going to tell you my first. And that was when I was 17. I used to work at K&S Seafood. That's in Ocala, Florida. It's a good restaurant. You should check it out sometimes. But I used to work at K&S Seafood. And I was 17 years old at the time. And it was this Jamaican lady. She used to come in and she used to order a tilapia combo. Excuse me, that's tilapia little strips with your French fries or whatever size you choose, and 5 pieces of shrimp. Now, every time I took it out, she used to say it was too hard, so I make her another one, right? Now, I had to catch on because at first I didn't know that she was hitting on me until one day she caught me in there by myself. Because usually it was me and my uncle. He used to run the back. I used to take the orders, then come back and help him out if it was a lot of work. So one day he had came in late because he had to do some stuff, and she caught me in there by myself. So she said, is anybody else in here? I was like, no, it's just me. She said, well, do you not know that every time you cooked my tilapia the first time, it was lovely? And I was like, well, why did you make me redo it every time you come in here? I remember who you are. And she said, well, because first of all, you're a very attractive young man. And second of all, and she started writing her number down. She said, call me when you get off if you're not doing anything. So I said, okay. So I got off, and later that night, around about 10, 11 o'clock, I gave her a call, and she was like basically trying to get to know me. She didn't know how old I was, and she didn't ask no questions. Plus, you couldn't tell because I still had a little mustache, little facial hair and stuff like that. You couldn't tell that I was 17 at the time. So check this out. So we kicked it off, and eventually on my 18th birthday, I finally told her that I was 18, but she told me she didn't care at the time because I was so mature and I had my own, and you know, she admired that, and you know, she liked how I worked, I guess, quote. So I found out she was 50 years old, and we started kicking it, and I was curious. I was like, how come I could never come over to your house, but you always came over my house? And she said, well, because I have kids older than you. And you know, she ain't want her kids knowing all that. But I told her I ain't care. And she was like, yeah, so I had to respect that. So to make a long story short, the reason it didn't last was because she said she's not that young anymore. And I was tearing her pussy up. Excuse my French, but I was tearing her pussy up. And so after that ended, I met this older white lady. And I'm 18 now, so you ain't have to worry about that. But she was 45, and that lady spoiled the hell out of me. Anything I wanted to eat, she bought. She bought me clothes. She made sure I was like, my phone bill and everything was on point. And all she wanted was that eggplant. It was funny because she was lonely, and that's another reason why I cherish older women. You know, some of them, they don't want anything but your time, and that's it. Some of them don't even want that. They just want that meet, greet, and keep it moving. Somebody that they could call on whenever they need sex, attention, or whatever. And I like cougars because they know us being younger, we're gonna pay attention, you know, and hopefully they're just not picking like any young person, you know, but that's their life and their problem. But I cherish cougars because most of them, they have their shit together, and you don't have to worry about a lot of them because, like I say, They have everything. They got money. They got land. They got all the connections. And they just want somebody to hear them out until they go to sleep. Fuck them and go about your business. So yes, I have been with multiple women that was over 20 years old, older than me. Not over 20 years old, but they were 20 years older than me. And I like it. I have fun. I'm single right now, and I just left a cougar. Like,
Florida, FLA, Street Rider.